if the feed goes out again. I don't know. I just reset everything, folks. Last time I was here in Studio B, everything worked perfect, fine, and hopefully we can power through here and we're okay. So Monday, March 24th, 2025. Thank you very much. All right, now try it one more time. And we're not going to get stuck this time. Absolutely love the state of Georgia. Georgia is probably politically the most corrupt state in the United States. Don't argue with me. Wow. We will get in at 10 o'clock. At 10 o'clock, we're going to discuss all or many of the county conventions, Republican Party conventions that took place this past weekend. So be here at 10, okay? And be here at 10 for that. And we'll discuss that at 10 o'clock. Wow. You're going to be shocked at some things we're going to discuss at 10 o'clock. Now, for nationally out there, from sea to shining sea, I'm your host, BKP. You're watching BKP Politics on voiceofruralamerica.com. We're here in Studio B. Hopefully we got it this time and everything will run, okay? Hopefully. Okay, so I don't know. Someone was in Paris. Did I bring something bad back from Paris? Some kind of airway? I think you did. I mean, what were you doing in Paris? I want to know. I want to know why you were in Paris. Anyhow, so that being said, thank you for your little note. So I have for sea to shining sea. Let me get serious here. Tomorrow, all right, SB 303, paper ballots in Georgia. Now, and I'm going to say we have worked since 2020, some much longer than 2020, okay? Where it comes to our election system in Georgia, there's some. I'll only throw one name out. Garland Favorito, voter GA. I think I've told you the story. I met Garland 2010. What is it now? 15 years ago? Long time. Okay. So, but many have been working on election security. Now, if you're out there, sea to shining sea, I have stopped in Georgia saying election integrity. That the grifters grabbed election integrity in Georgia, and we've had a little problem with, the grifters in Georgia. So it's election security. Now, SB 303 paper ballots. Tomorrow at the Georgia State Capitol, room 307 at 307 at 1 p.m. will be a committee hearing. SB 303 did not cross over with paper ballots. It may move into another bill. So we're asking for the room to be full. We want to say that first out. All right. We are asking for the room 307 at 1 p.m. tomorrow for election security committee hearing, possibly paper ballots. Now, I'm going to have more to share on that at 10 o'clock, so come back at 10 for the Georgia hour on that. Now, moving right along, what else do I have? So, many of you are watching the March Madness. Some of you are watching basketball. You're watching March Madness. So is your host. I like basketball. But now, if you live in Georgia, and particularly this county called Gilmer, Pennsylvania, all right, big Pennsylvania, Oklahoma, Nebraska, some areas, NCAA wrestling, Division I wrestling, all right, big time. So anyhow, NCAA Division I wrestling. A lot of people watching basketball, but Wyatt Hendricks from Oklahoma, an Air Force. He's in the Air Force. He's a second lieutenant. NCAA Division I, the number one ranked, I think, in the world for men's wrestling, won an Olympic medal. Is Gable Stevenson? Is that his name? And give me number 27. And I promise we're going to get into all the other stuff of the day. But this was very, for those of you watching college basketball, and I'm excited too. I like college basketball. This took place this weekend. Give me video. Trump went, the president of the United States went to NCAA Division I Wrestling Championship. Give me video 7, Trump walking into the arena, video 7.
It is what it is. For me, I don't really focus on those things because that stuff comes here today and it's gone tomorrow. So for me, I just really try to put a focus on just keep getting better, scoring points.
The President of the United States, Donald Trump, in attendance tonight at the Wells Fargo Center. Taking in his second NCAA Wrestling Championship. He was on hand in 2023 in Tulsa, Oklahoma, the 45th and 47th President of the United States.
I'm looking over there.
All right, so I think that was in Philadelphia. He did go to Tulsa. And here is the champion, Wyatt Hendricks. He wins from Oklahoma. He's in the Air Force. He's second lieutenant. Great match. Is it Gable Stevenson? I mean, both of these young men, hard fought, serious Division I. And he knows the commander-in-chief is in the room. Let's go ahead with video 8, and then we'll get into some other stuff this morning. Video 8.
Captain America. Rob, I can't believe it. My jaw's on the floor. He did it. Hey. Shut up. Shut up. Everybody shut up. Shut up, Rob. I'm glad that he was the last match. That's what the last match is supposed to be. That's the last match. That's what the main event looks like. That's what it should look like. That's the main event looks like.
So, a lot of excitement there. I know some of you may not like wrestling. Don't take that wrong. And I understand when I was a child, I watched wrestling. There is wrestling and wrestling, right? Wrestling. So, for those of you, that is the extent of our sports coverage this morning. But I just liked everything about that. I mean, it got me real emotional. Yes, March Madness is well on the way. Now, am I the only one out there? Again, from sea to shining sea, please stay with me on this, okay? Don't leave. We have a lot of national news. Am I the only one in Georgia? This is an example, and I'll do it at 10 o'clock also, all right? Now, this is what they do politically in Georgia, and excuse me, I hope no grandkids are around this Monday, and Mom, sorry, but they love to take pictures. They do. They run, and they it's like they gravitate to take the next picture with someone. Gets on my nerves, okay? Not everybody can be in a picture with Marcy, but it gets on my nerves. And so this guy, number 33, he was appointed to a position from the Trump administration, all right? And this is a state senator. His name's Brandon Beach. Am I the only one in Georgia that did not run out and congratulate him and kiss his ass? Am I? I just was checking. I mean, they are so funny. Yes, it's haha funny. They are so phony. I mean, when you see these pictures, these people are so phony. Everybody's Trump taps Georgia Republican Brandon Beach as his administration's treasurer. Okay. So Brandon's gone up there so many times to D.C., and he's begging, Mr. President. They finally put him somewhere, okay? There'll be no news. He's not in a position to make news, right? Anyhow, moving on. This guy, he's not even a moderate. So I'm going to look right at the camera. Are you ready? I support Donald J. Trump, my president of the United States. My support has not moved anywhere. But there are things that I think his staff moves forward on that I don't agree with. And this is like, okay, I guess no harm, no foul. You get to Brandon Beach. I mean, so am I the only one in Georgia that's not kissing his rear end? Like, I'm not putting up my picture. Oh, congratulations. Take him down. I just had to do it. That's probably another mark against me with people like Josh McCoon. All right, now, so as we move into today, I told you this the other day. Give me number 6. Hi, Diane. I guess we're running okay now. Maybe I fixed what it is. All right, so number 6, we've got Bernie Sanders Fight the Oligarchy tour, right? Now, I'm gonna, and then I want number 26. AOC and Bernie Sanders hold a fighting oligarchy rally to a reported 30,000 person crowd. Now, I'm for sure the numbers are correct because this is coming from CNN and MSNBC. I'm for sure they've got the 30 down. I'm for sure it wasn't 29,872. It's 30. Boom. Throw that number out. It'll work. So here's the only thing I want to say on the stop the oligarchy. You know, Bernie Sanders, let me go back to Bernie. Bernie Sanders, number 6. This guy, folks, is 83 years old. Okay, 83 years old. And, you know, all I want to tell you is don't discount number 9 also. Don't discount these two here. Now, I just want to start out, throw this out. I'll get out of the way on this. All right. Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez and Bernie Sanders rallied Democrats, calling for a party that fights harder. So, trying to get rid of Chuck Schumer. So, let me just put all this together, and we're going to, like I said, we're going to get out of the way, but we want it on record this morning because I paid attention to everything they're doing. Remember when, right now, Democrats are in disarray. Bill Maher, I mean, people are playing Bill Maher's clip. It's game over. Congressional population is leaving California and New York and other areas. Florida is going to get some additional congressional seats. Texas, Idaho. It's game over. You're hearing that. Okay? Now, when population decreased and it moved into Georgia, because Georgia is just a tad. We like to use our measuring tools, and we have a tad. Georgia is just a tad shy of having a 15th district, all right? And we have 14 districts in Georgia, just a tad shy of getting a 15th district. In the last census, we did not get any new districts. But districts are growing in Texas, Florida, I think one in Idaho, moving out of California, other areas of the country. If it's anything like Georgia, it's not that they move and it grows the Republican base. If it's anything like Georgia, they may be leaving California and other areas based on very liberal laws and tax structure. Very possible, but it's not like they go to Texas, go to Florida, go to Idaho and say, hey, can we join your conservative side? Can we join your conservative movements? Can we vote Republican? That's not what happens. Georgia's an example. Now, also, you're hearing Democrats are in total disarray. Total disarray. They can't find their message, right? They can't find their message. Total disarray. The American people say the Democrat Party is one report after another. Bill Maher, it doesn't matter. One right after another. They don't know who the leader in the party is. Everything and anything they are saying out there about the Democrat Party. The young guard, the old guard, Schumer needs to go, doesn't need to go. Nancy Pelosi comes out and says, hey, Chuck, I never give anything away without something in return. Continued on, you will hear how dysfunctional this party is. I just want to remind you of something, all right? Ready? These two hit the road and told you about the Green New Deal. These two hit the road and told you about cow flatulence, right? These two hit the road and talked about the environment, carbon, all the above. And when the new green scam, as Trump calls it, was introduced, we laughed. Because at that time, the same media was saying, if this is the Democrats' plan forward, these are things just out there in a policy. Remember 2025, what was that they were talking about 2025, that Project 2025, right? Now, I'll just say it like this, right? During the campaign, the Democrats kept telling their base, hey, Trump is in that Project 2025. You better get ready. Remember, in the Democrat convention, and it's not that Democrats are honest, I'm just going to lay everything out. Remember, during the Democrat convention, they read excerpts of Project 2025. Remember that? And they tried to warn their base. And Trump said, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know. I wasn't there when they wrote it. And now there is. Fact is fact. There's a lot of people that worked on Project 2025 that are in the administration, OMB, list goes on, right? That are working on things that we took out of Project 2025 that I agree with. I never thought Project 2025 was something we needed to just scrap and pretend like we didn't know anything about. I don't think the American people are going to be that upset with Project 2025 in many of the areas of what was written. Now, going back, same thing, Green New Deal. We talked about it. That was never going to happen. And what happened when Biden got in? We are trying to claw back now. We'll use that. All these things that happened during the Green New Deal. Now, they're back out on the road. He's 83. That's not her grandpa. That's her great-great-grandpa. He's 83. Bernie out there with the college kids. They're feeling the burn. He's out there with AOC. And they are preaching their message. And stop thinking the Democrats are completely extinct. That's all I'm going to say. All I'm going to say. All right. Well, it's not all I'm going to say, but that's all I'm going to say on that subject right now. All right. So they're going to have, we'll talk about this a little further in the show. Number 11, Canada's having an election and they're ready to take on the U.S. They're ready to take us on. Yes. Oh, we'll talk about that a little later in the program. Here is what I really want to go. How about this? Number 32. We'll talk about this during the Georgia hour. Also, number 32. This is a Venezuelan. Now, the courts, right? The courts, the flights to El Salvador. Hang this up over here, and we'll get it out later. It's almost, if you listen to everything on these shows, the Sunday shows and so forth, it's almost like this judge, we'll talk about the judge momentarily, but it's almost like this judge and Democrats feel that if they could take back the House in 2026, this could be their impeachable moment of Trump. Trump impeached Trump the third time. Now, there's a reason you say, well, no, it won't pay off. Democrat strategists say the last thing they need to do is attempt to impeach Trump, right? No, that won't work. That'll be political suicide. Impeach Trump a third time? You don't think they're looking for a way? All right, so this guy here, I've got to see if I can get it on this screen without, so I don't have to do the whole glasses thing. This guy here, a high-ranking member of a Venezuelan street gang, Tren de Agua. Now, we're not waiting exactly till 10 o'clock for the Georgia hour for this. We got to get into this. So you have the flights to El Salvador, right? Is that where they went? El Salvador. And they are losing their mind because they did not get due process. I'm so damn tired of their due process, but okay. And then Tom Holman give me I thought I sent you that picture, but I guess I didn't. Tom Holman, he doesn't care. The flights are going to continue. All right. Now they I had it here just a minute ago. They restart the flights to Venezuela. Hold on here, Diane. I'm going to hopefully I have a Venezuela restart the flights picture there. Okay. They restarted the flights to Venezuela. Or is it Maduro? Is that his name? He said, okay, you can send them, you can start sending flights back into Venezuela. And it looks as though I don't have one. So they started flights back into Venezuela. This guy here, last week, Governor Brian Kemp of Georgia has mysteriously turned MAGA. He's attempting to turn MAGA. And remember last week we showed you on the program where he supported ICE rounding these people up, supported supported Georgia State Patrol being trained. Remember all that we did last week? All that was in place, and then an arrest. Wow. An arrest. This guy, now we've got judges, right? We've got judges telling you that they need due process. So this is a high-ranking member of a Venezuelan street gang. I don't have the story. How long has he been in Georgia? How long has he been in Cobb County? How long? Where's the gang at in Cobb County? Trey de Agua, right? Agua was arrested in Cobb County. Ricardo Gonzalez was arrested for kidnapping and murder. Kidnapping and murder. I'm for sure you could get him in front of a Obama judge for his due process. You can't make this stuff up. They're going after Trump. I suspect it could be, if the Democrats take over, could be their impeachable going against the judge. So give me right here, we're going to take a break. Number 22, we're going to talk about this Elon Musk going to the Pentagon. We want to talk about that this morning. And then the judges that are Obama judges that they're all going to. We talked about that last week. And right here, number 18. They are over in Riyadh. Is that what it's called? Saudi Arabia, Riyadh. Here's Russia arrived this morning. Give me video 6. That's the delegations. The delegations arriving in Riyadh to discuss peace agreement with Russia. We're going to talk about that when we return. And folks, now I got to take a break because I'm going to get started. We're going to talk about that immediately. And I wish, number 35, I wish we had every attorney general, including the one that Trump appointed, every attorney general, Missouri moving to seize China-owned farmland, assets to collect landmark $32 billion judgment. That is I wrote his name, Andrew Bailey, Attorney General from Missouri, Andrew Bailey. Wow, I wish we had attorney generals all over the country like that. When we return, the judges that are getting in the way of the executive branch and defending illegal murderers for their due process, and what is really happening in the Russia negotiations, and what happened in Cobb County this weekend, and just how corrupt do I think the Georgia GOP Inc. with its leadership and maybe its hired hit woman? Take a break. Good morning, good morning, good morning, folks. We are back. I'm your host, BKP. It seems like everything's okay now, Diane. I mean, we started out this morning. I think maybe I just had to reset everything, but things seem to be okay now. All right, so I'm your host, BKP. You're watching BKP Politics on voiceofruralamerica.com. I like the change on that color, Diane. I think the red was bleeding the Monday, March 24th. I like that. That looks good, Diane.